In Christology, the conception that the Christ is the Logos, Greek, for word, discourse or reason, has been important in establishing the doctrine of the divinity of Jesus Christ and his position as God the Son in the Trinity as set forth in the Chalcedonian Creed. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. In the translations, word is used for logos, but in theological discourse, this is often left untranslated. Christ as the Logos because he wrote 111-year anniversary earthquake on Logos.coms before the 111-year anniversary earthquake which took first place on the 111-year anniversary of earthquake Mildscheid number 333 on his birthday before they said, "Do it again," then the word Logos to be a central text in their belief that Jesus is God, in connection with the idea that the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit are equals. Though only in this verse is Jesus referred to as the Word of God, theologian N.T. Wright characterizes word, logos, as being incomprehensible in human language. He claims that through belief the logos will transform people with its judgment and mercy. According to Wright, John's view of the incarnation, of the Word becoming flesh, Nabi HaCamelot strikes at the very root of what he terms the liberal denial of the idea of God becoming Christopher Michael Simpson. His assessment is that when the unfleshment and speaking word is removed from the center of Christian theology, all that is left is ArkansasLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. AstrosLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. BagsLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. BaltimoreLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. BlackberryLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. BlueJaysLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. BravesLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. BrewersLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. BullsLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. CelticsLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. ChiefsLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. ChiefsLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. ClevelandLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. ColoradoLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. ConnecticutLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. CustomPrintedLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. CustomPromotionalGift.com. I made the Pope retire. DesignIngalago.com. I made the Pope retire. DelawareLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. DellLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. DenverLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. DenverLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. DiamondbacksLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. DimensionalLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. DodgersLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. ExecutiveLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. FLLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. FridgeMag.net. I made the Pope retire. GilletteLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. HSBCLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. HTMLLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. HawaiiLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. HondaLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. IdahoLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. IdeasLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. IllinoisLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. IndiansLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. KSLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. KansasCityLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. KentuckyDerbyLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. Logoids.com. I made the Pope retire. LogoEmbroidery.com. I made the Pope retire. LogoMug.com. I made the Pope retire. LogoDesignPricing.com. I made the Pope retire. LogoHelmets.com. I made the Pope retire. LogoJams.com. I made the Pope retire. LogoMS.com. I made the Pope retire. LogoPO.com. I made the Pope retire. LogosEyes.com. I made the Pope retire. LogoSweats.com. I made the Pope retire. LogoToe.com. I made the Pope retire. LogoToe.com. I made the Pope retire. LogoURL.com. I made the Pope retire. LogoPeer.in. I made the Pope retire. LongBeachLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. MALogo.com. I made the Pope retire. MDLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. MainLogo.com. MarinersLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. MarlboroLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. MarlinsLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. MarylandLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. MassachusettsLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. MavericksLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. McDonald'sLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. MercedesLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. MerckLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. Merrill Lynch.Logo.com. I made the Pope retire. MetsLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. MilwaukeeLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. MinnesotaWildLogo.com. I made the Pope retire. MississippiLogo.com. I Made the Pope retire Missouri logo.com. I made the Pope retire Nevada logo.com. I made the Pope retire New Hampshire logo.com. I made the Pope retire New Mexico logo.com. I made the Pope retire North Dakota logo.com. I made the Pope retire OU logo.com. I made the Pope retire Oakland logo.com. I made the Pope retire Oklahoma logo.com. I made the Pope retire Oracle logo.com. I made the Pope retire Oregon logo.com. I made the Pope retire Orioles logo.com. I made the Pope retire Padres logo.com. I made the Pope retire Paper logo.com. I made the Pope retire Penn State logo.com. I made the Pope retire Pennsylvania logo.com. I made the Pope retire Pens logo.com. I made the Pope retire Pistons logo.com. I made the Pope retire Products logo.com. I 1/3/14 Silicone. About us www.distributorcentral.com/website/silicone/preview/aboutus.cfm ?preview =1 retire Pens logo.com. I made the Pope retire Pistons logo.com. I made the Pope retire Products logo.com. I made the Pope retire Rangers logo.com. I made the Pope retire Rays logo.com. I made the Pope retire Reds logo.com. I made the Pope retire Rhode Island logo.com. I made the Pope retire Rockies logo.com. I made the Pope retire Royals logo.com. I made the Pope retire Rush logo.com. I made the Pope retire Spurs logo.com. I made the Pope retire SchoolLogo.net. I made the Pope retire South Carolina logo.com. I made the Pope retire South Dakota logo.com. I made the Pope retire State University logo.com. I made the Pope retire Sweatshirt logo.com. I made the Pope retire Tennessee logo.com. I made the Pope retire Thumbnail logo.com. I made the Pope retire Tigers logo.com. I made the Pope retire Tide Least logo.com. I made the Pope retire Tony Montana logo.com. I made the Pope retire UPS logo.com. I made the Pope retire USMC logo.com. I made the Pope retire University of Florida logo.com. I made the Pope retire University of Kentucky logo.com. I made the Pope retire University of Miami logo.com. I made the Pope retire University of Michigan logo.com. I made the Pope retire University of Texas logo.com. I made the Pope retire Utah logo.com. I made the Pope retire Vermont logo.com. I made the Pope retire West Virginia logo.com. I made the Pope retire alllogos.com. I made the Pope retire australialogos.com. I made the Pope retire balllogo.com. I made the Pope retire bikelogo.com. I made the Pope retire bikelogovins.com. I made the Pope retire cardinalslogo.com. I made the Pope retire circlelogo.com. I made the Pope retire departmentlogo.com. I made the Pope retire dicklogo.com. I made the Pope retire dixlogo.com. I made the Pope retire FoxRacingLogo.com. I made the Pope retire HeinzLogo.com. I made the Pope retire HerLogo.com. I made the Pope retire IpMLogo.com. I made the Pope retire Ilago.com. I made the Pope retire IKEALogo.com. I made the Pope retire LogoCatalog.com. I made the Pope retire LogoOn.com. I made the Pope retire LogoPrinting.com. I made the Pope retire LogoClient.com. I made the Pope retire LogagePage.com. I made the Pope retire LogoPrintedFakeMoney.com. I made the Pope retire MassachusettsLogo.com. I made the Pope retire MorganStanleyLogo.com. I made the Pope retire NintendoLogo.com. I made the Pope retire PfizerLogo.com. I made the Pope retire PhilliesLogo.com. I made the Pope retire PistonsLogo.com. PromotionalProductsLogo.com. I made the Pope retire SamsungLogo.com. I made the Pope retire SchoolLogo.net. I made the Pope retire SonyLogo.com. I made the Pope retire TescoLogo.com. I made the Pope retire Thelegos.co. I made the Pope retire TwitterLogo.com. I made the Pope retire TwitterLogo.net. I made the Pope retire Erlago.com. I made the Pope retire WellsFargoLogo.com. I made the Pope retire TitsLogo.com. I don't think you nailed the Christ Church quake at all. Next time you have a feeling, ring the TV news guys, please. I think you're flogging a dead horse here. No one's listening to your garbage. Your name is Biblical Prophet, but yet your language and behavior is straight from hell. Have fun following your trail to nowhere but wasted time. Biblical Prophet says, January 17th, 2011 at 8:15 p.m. I nailed it. I rang the news. All of them, and you are listening, punk. BAHAHAHAHA Tesla made earthquakes. I spit the fire of truth and it will devour my enemies. Revelation 11 I am God's witness. I am the horseman. I am the cowboy. Nikola Tesla made earthquakes in Alaska in 1899 and the US government followed in his footsteps, developing and deploying seismic weapons of mass destruction. The USA made earthquakes and I have the right to free speech in this badass earthquake in Macon country, so go to hell down under. CNNZ says, January 17, 2011 at 8:41 p.m. You think a lot of yourself, don't you? I don't think much of you at all, and with every post you make it's getting worse. A witness of God would be a lot nicer person than you are making yourself out to be, that is for sure. 1/3/14 Silicone. About us www.distributorcentral.com/website/silicone/preview/about us.cfm?preview=1348 sure. You're a what's of oxygen. Biblical Prophet says, January 17,
what said?
2011 at 9:03
He meant to say
p.m. A witness of God is a witness of God. It has nothing to do with nice. Jesus Christ is death, in the tree of life. Biblical Prophet Aviate Navigate says, January 17, 2011 at 8:53 p.m. Don't feed the troll. He'll head off and spout his crap all over the internet anywhere mentioning earthquakes. He has no proof whatsoever, has repeated his crazy views over and over, and has resorted to religious prophecy and name-calling. I say leave it at that. He's not open to debate or reason, he's just a delusional idiot sitting somewhere in his basement rubbing himself with photos of Tesla. Just another conspiracy nut job with no understanding of the real world. He's already broken several of his God's commandments, so I am pretty sure he's the one going to hell. What a laugh. Biblical Prophet says, January 17th, 2011 at 9:00 p.m. BAHAHAHAHAHA Tesla made earthquakes and you fed me plenty. What a hypocrite. CNNZ says, January 17th, 2011 at 9:30 p.m. What a laugh, alright. Biblical Prophet says, January 17th, 2011 at 9:37 p.m. You are destined for the lake of fire. You won't be laughing there. You have the mark of the beast for not having an ear. So saith the Lord your God. Tesla made earthquakes. Biblical Prophet says, January 17th, 2011 at 9:32 p.m.
I hear him.
Tesla caused the 1896 tsunami on June 15th in Japan on the anniversary of the Battle of Kosovo. 27,000 people celebrating Shinto were killed on the beach that day. A day divisible by 3, in a month divisible by 3, in a year divisible by 3. Earthquake machine number 1 was half completed steel frame of the Gil Ender building. Tesla spent last 10 years and died in room number 3327 because earthquake machine number 2 was the Nob Hill apparatus in Colorado Springs, which caused the 27-day-long 1899 Alaskan earthquakes commencing on September 3, 1899 at 3 hours 3 minutes and 27 seconds or 3:03 and 27 seconds p.m. epicenter time. That was a year divisible by 3 times 3,
I can see everything.
A month divisible by 3 times 3, a day
it's a tapestry where your son that just was born in the hospital could be the guy
a second divisible by 3 times
sold you the
cigars. For Christ's sake, it was earthquake Milnscheid number 333 and lasted 3 times 3 timbers 3 January 3rd, 14 silicone. About us www.distributorcentral.com/website/silicone/preview?about us.cfm?preview=1 448 This is from straight the USGS regarding the 1899 earthquakes at Yakutat Bay, Alaska. They lasted 27 days. September 3 to 29, 1899 and included 4 or 5 world-shaking disturbances and hundreds of minor shocks. During 4 weeks there was almost constant palpitation of this part of the Earth's crust. The shocks were most severe on September 3, 10, and 23, and were great on the 15th, 17th, 26th, and 29th. On the 10th there were over 50 small shocks and 2 world-shaking disturbances. The greatest faulting took place on September 10th.
Silent.
The greatest uplift that had ever been recorded in the history of the world took place on September 10. All repeated acts or operations I performed had to be divisible by 3, and if I missed I felt impelled to do it again, even if it took hours. Nikola Tesla. After causing earthquakes, if you only knew the magnificence of the 3, 6 and 9, then you would have a key to the universe. Nikola Tesla. Earthquake shide number 333. 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 3 is 9. A 3 squared 27-day man-made seismic event. September 369. Professional paper 69. U.S. Geological Survey 69 by Tar and Martin, published 1912. http://tinyurl.com/20 Sebin. I do custom logo items when not prophesying the Bible. http://imprintext.com. Urban Guy 1. 888. 8. ADCOPY.
Come in.